Hello, beautiful souls. Just chilling, having my Delishimoto cacao. And I was just feeling like, ooh, why not come and do a live? Some sort of thoughts came through to my mind. Good morning. Oh, it's not good morning, it's evening, afternoon. Hello. Welcome. While I sip my cacao, and I'm just feeling called to, come online and talk about a few things that just kind of came through. So wait just a little bit longer to see if anyone else jumps on. But I hope you're all having a lovely day. We've got some beautiful sun here in Birmingham. The weather is getting a bit cooler as we head, hey Charlie Panapa, my beautiful brother. It's starting to get a bit cooler here in Birmingham in England, but I do love this autumn weather. I think autumn is probably one of my favourite seasons here in the UK. I will just jump into my little live while I drink my cacao. My heart's feeling really open, so I just wanted to quickly chat about your breakthrough, how your breakdown can actually become your breakthrough. And the reason why I wanted to chat about this today was just recently I've just started running again, actually. I say again, but I haven't really ever run. I've done a lot of fitness and movement and exercise in other forms, such as teaching fitness classes. I used to do Olympic weightlifting, did a lot of kickboxing and Muay Thai, and most recently, over the past few years, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But I've just had this kind of idea that came to me like, oh, why don't I start running? And the reason why was because actually I had this self-limiting belief that I couldn't run, formulated from when I was 10 years old, when I went for a run with my sister, who was 5 years older than me, who was a sprinter, and we went for a sprint, and I remember being so puffed when I was 10, and then I had just planted this idea that I just couldn't run, and that's always been with me up until just very recently, and I thought, oh, I can actually run if I just change that mindset. So I just started running. I have been using this really cool app called Strava, and just starting off really easily, like seeing what my body can do, going with the flow of it, and then I started doing some skipping, so I knew that it would be a lot of different movements for my body to get used to, going from doing jiu-jitsu, where I've been we're predominantly on the ground, being up on my feet. And last week I did a run, and then the next day I just did some chill skipping, then I went for a long walk, and then the next day I woke up with a really sore ankle, and I was like, oh, ow. And that was a few days ago, and now it's still quite sore. I went for a little walk, I went down to the local cafe, got some fruit and veg, and it's sore. And whenever these things happen, I kind of ask myself, okay, what's the lesson here? What is the universe, God, source, what is it trying to tell me? And I guess in terms of the physical, I was with this physical injury, I guess you could say, I was in my mind very much like, yeah, cool, I want to have this goal to do a half marathon, because that's what I'd like to do. But actually, sometimes in life, when we have a particular goal or an idea of what we want to achieve, the universe has a completely different idea. And what I've really learned to do over the last few years is just go with the flow of what the universe is actually, where it's wanting to take me, and flowing with that, and not pushing too hard against the flow, and being aware. So when things like this happen, like injuries, this is a sign from the universe for you to stop, check yourself, and see, are you on the right direction? Are you going the right way? And sometimes it can just be a little thing of just chill out, just take a break, just take a rest. And the title of this live today, your breakdown can be your breakthrough. It also relates to just anything else within our lives. So I relate this back to things in my life that have happened that at the time I was really not very happy about it, or it carried a lot of heavy emotion For example, back to Christchurch, we had a big earthquake that I experienced, and I had a trajectory of my life, how I thought it was going to be. Then the earthquake happened and I was like, oh my gosh, now what? Another example is when I went through my divorce. I had envisioned being married for the rest of my life, and then I got a divorce. So in those moments as well, it can feel so intense and so heavy, like you get to like the bottom of the bottom, but sometimes for us to get to that next level, or that next part of our journey of growth, we have to go to that space where some would say it's a breakdown, but I call it like a breakthrough. And it's an amazing opportunity for us to go to that next level. I've been growing a lot of my food lately and helping my partner. We've grown things from seeds. We planted it into his garden, but we've also been growing individually and together growing a lot of sprouts. And sprouts are super easy to grow, super nutritious, and you can grow them in a jar at home. But basically what you got to do is you got to soak them, and then you cover them with something to keep it dark, right? And within the darkness, you need to give it darkness for the sprout or for the seed to push through the shell of the seed, to come out into the light, to come out into the next part of growth. So after a few days of like rinsing the sprouts, putting it back under cover, rinsing the sprouts, putting it back under cover, they grow so fast. And then on the last day, you take the sheet off to allow some light, some chlorophyll to come through. Whereas if you were to grow, you could grow the sprouts without the black or the covering, but they won't grow as fast. So it is that thing of like, sometimes the biggest growth for us that actually happens is when we are in our darkest spaces in our life, our darkest moments, and they can feel so intense. They can feel so heavy, but I promise you, if you just hold on, and at these darkest times in my life, I was always just kind of always looking for like a spark of light, whether it was a smile from someone in the cafe that served me coffee, or like the cute little dog I walk past, or like a little kid that I hear laughing walking down the street. These are these little sparks of light and joy that exist all the time, but when we are in our darkest moments, it's hard to find. But when you make an effort to find those sparks of joy, you start to bring that back into your life, and you start to see more like a momentum. But as I said, for us to really break through into the next phase, the next chapter of our life, the next growth, we do have to go to those deep, dark breakdowns. And in society, breakdowns probably aren't seen as like a good thing, but I think it's a great thing. As long as you surround yourself with some beautiful people that uplift you, that give you love, that love and accept you for who you are, and you are nourishing your body, your mind and your soul, getting out into nature, doing all these things, these self-care practices, bit by bit, you will get through into the next phase of your evolution. And we're all on our own paths, we're all on our own journeys, and my path is different to your journey is different to mine, and there's no one right, not one thing fits all, like kind of what I mean. And it's about being true to yourself, being authentic to yourself, following your heart, listening to your soul, because ultimately that's your true life path. So I think that's all I wanted to say, really. Just, sometimes in life we might go through things that we feel, oh, why did this happen? Like, oh, this is not where I'm supposed to be at, and I'm supposed to be, for example, back to my injury, I'm supposed to be running today. I had planned to be doing 3 runs a week. I've not run like this week at all. It's been a good 4 days since I've done any proper intense movement, but just going with the flow and going with what the universe wants me to do, and the universe wants me to rest and chill for now, so I'm going to accept that with open arms. So just keep going, whatever you're doing, wherever you are in your life journey. If you are in the deep, dark hole, keep going. I see you. I've been there. You will make it through. Keep making an effort to see one little spark of light every day. And I promise you, soon you will be lit up into your next phase. But you have to go through the darkness to get to that next phase. So yeah, I think that's it. Sending you all lots of love, lots of positive energy, lots of aroha. I love you all so much. And yeah, just keep going. Keep going. Energies on earth at the moment are very dense, very intense. But as you keep growing and evolving, we are all collectively adjusting to this new energy. Sending you all so much love. Mwah. Love you all. Have a great day.